All right, so this is part two of the cow catcher. We're gonna flex some pretty cool tools to do some fairly difficult actions had you not had those tools. Okay, so again, like in some of my other videos, I want to get rid of all these planes, so I'm gonna hit the P key, boom. Now I just have the bulk of my cow catcher ready to work. So the first thing we do is shell this cow catcher out. If you make your extrusions in these front planes first, you're going to be left with a weird shell. It's going to try to maintain a thickness around those cutouts, so you'll really just be fighting yourself if you do that backwards. So let's click that shell tool. Okay, the face we want to remove is this bottom face. So let's click here. The default thickness is 0.1, and that is in fact what we need. So we'll leave that as 0.1 inch thick shell. Looks great. Check mark. Okay, so that has done a pretty difficult process if we use any other traditional methods. Okay, now I'm going to create an extrusion on this face right here. I'm going to create a sketch. Now, if for some reason you can't create a sketch on this, that means that you messed up your loft somewhere and you have to go back, double check your dimensions, that everything's exactly where it needs to be. Okay? That is a major telltale sign that that has some kind of weird curved surface because your loft didn't generate correctly. So this is real simple offset tool. So if I come up here, kind of looks like a little maze we started making. This offset tool, it's going to allow us to click on this surface, and it's going to create all four lines. It will default to shooting those outside. We're going to drag this arrow so we're going on the inside. This offset is 0.1. And now we could finish this, extrude it, create a plane, mirror that feature, but honestly, that's not any faster than just making another sketch. Okay, on this side, grab that offset tool again, click on that surface, get that going in the way we want, and make that 0.1 as well. And now we have to make these extrudes on two separate extrudes, or they will kind of like come out weird. So this is going to be a remove, and that removes 0.05. Okay, it doesn't go all the way through, and we got to finish. Okay, then we do another one. Pick that surface, we remove 0.05. Good to go. Okay, there's our two cutouts. It looks beautiful. Got a nice smooth interior. These final three things on the back, these pegs, I don't really need to make a video of this. By this point in class, you should have something like this pretty down pat. Okay, these are just three circles. These three circles have a diameter of 0.125. Okay. I could have made sure that was snap to center, but I'm going to have the dimension tool in my hand here in a second. So I'm just going to kind of do this for good measure. So all of these holes, or all of these little cylinders, have a diameter of 0.125. These bottom ones are 0.125 from the bottom. Okay. And again, like later when we learn about kind of using some functions, you can find a way to make this a lot faster. Okay. This should be 0.9. And I just know that because I remember from my last part that this bottom is 1.8 long. So cool, easy math. This guy then is how far from the bottom? 0.625. 0.625. And that's from the bottom, not from another shape, I do believe. These all get extruded then. 0.125. So I finish, I extrude. Could have just clicked on that sketch. And I extrude 0.125. Cool. The last thing is a little tiny micro chamfer on here. And that little micro chamfer has a size of 0.01. Cool. Chamfer, chamfer, chamfer. Done deal. Make it a fun color if you want. That's not very fun. Cool. Check mark.